Hey, this is Mr. Real Talk. Today we're talking about, are you born to work until you die? If you leave a comment, leave a like and a subscribe. Family, you were not born to work until you die. Somewhere along the lines of this modern day civilization, we got it all messed up. Now, I know that we are living under wicked, evil tyranny, and it has the whole entire populace behaving like a hamster on a wheel. You're just running, 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 running. You can run and run and run until your little heart is content. You are never going to get off that wheel. It's not designed that way. The world that we live in, this realm is all about depleting something or someone to give to someone else. The world is in a constant state of take and give, take and give. Just to survive, somebody has to have something taken from them, whether you're looking at it on a small level or a big level. Look, even the animals in the wild kingdom. For an animal to live what you would call a regular, healthy, normal life for an animal, okay? Animals have to what? They got to eat. They have to prey on other animals. Now, you got some animals out there who are, all they eat is fruits and veggies, herbivores, frutivores. But the majority of the animals out there, they're not herbivores, they're not frutivores, they are carnivores. They want meat. You see that? For most animals to go on and live a so-called healthy, normal life, they have to destroy another animal. Now you let that sink in for a second, Hebrew. Let that sink in. For animals to survive, and not just to survive, but for animals to thrive, they have to wreak carnage on another creation, on another animal that was created by the Most High God. If another particular animal wants to live, he has to make mincemeat of that other animal. Sometimes, have you ever been watching the Animal Kingdom or the Animal Channel when the animals go to hunting out there, especially the big cats, the lions, the tigers, bears, oh my. But the lions, tigers, leopards, cheetahs, sometimes you see those things when they're ripping into a gazelle or a buffalo or whatever they're ripping into. Sometimes these things, these animals will actually still be alive. And it's nothing more gruesome to watch maybe an animal, a mother animal, and her cub or her young being ripped to smithereens by a pack of wild lions. And the mother gazelle or the mother buffalo can only stand there helpless, hoping that they don't get ripped to smithereens themselves. But because this world is all about siphoning off life force, siphoning off energy from someone else or something else so someone else can have it. That's the same thing with your 9 to 5 job, fam. We've been waking up early every single day, even on weekends, going in early and staying late. And that's what we call living. In this modern day world, we actually got some nerve to call that living, fam. I'm telling you right now, that is not living. Where's the living at? Spending the majority of your waking moments slaving away on a plantation? I don't care if you're getting paid or not. You're not getting paid what you should be getting paid. And they got us so worked over into a mental and spiritual corner now where you will actually be thankful to be able to go to a plantation because we feel like that's our only way out. Going to a job, spending the majority of the time that we got on planet Earth on a clock. More than likely, most of us are doing some kind of job that we can't stand. Most of us can't stand our supervisors, managers, co-workers. Some people have it better than others, but most don't. We are the only species on earth that is out of alignment, family. Even though the animal world is a very cruel world, and it is cruel and barbaric, humans ain't no better. In fact, the human world is probably worse. The animals don't work a 9 to 5 job. You ever notice that? The animals do not work a 9 to 5 job, but they are very comfortable in their natural settings, in nature. While you and me, we're so uncomfortable in our natural settings. We have cast away our natural settings, which is to be outdoors, to be in nature, to be self sufficient. We've traded it all away and given away all of our power and all of our esteem to something else or someone else that doesn't care anything about us at all. The 9 to 5 hamster wheel, it does not love you, nor will it care for you when you have an injury and you get hurt and you're no longer able to produce. You're going to be punished. In this world, you not being able to produce is the equivalent of a lion not being able to catch a deer, not being able to catch a gazelle. The punishment for that lion, not sound confirmation, the punishment for that lion not catching that gazelle is starvation. You see that? The lions, the tigers, the leopards, they don't have any other choice. The wild dogs. This is a dog eat dog world. They don't have any choice. Either that lion must catch that gazelle. He only got so many times he can go out and not catch a gazelle, and he's going to pass away. His cubs are going to pass away. Why? Because he can't produce. And in this world, it's all about production. You need to be producing round the clock. The way they got things set up for human beings, you take 1 second to sit back and catch your breath and put your feet up, and your world will become completely unraveled. That's why your job makes sure to only pay you X amount of dollars, just enough to keep you coming back. And then make sure not to set your wages too high so that you don't start to think that you don't need them. All of these companies and corporations, they have cornered the market by cornering our minds. We got to learn to think different, y'all. If we ever really want to do a little living before we leave this earth, we were not meant to be 9 to 5 slaves. You're not meant to just work until you die. No. But that's what they got us doing here in these end times in Babylon. And Babylon has spread their tentacles worldwide. 40-hour work week, 5 days a week, sometimes 6 days a week. Some people working 7 days a week out there and they're still homeless, y'all. Some people got 2 jobs, 3 jobs. There's people out there with 2 jobs and they're still homeless. 3 jobs, still homeless. You know why? Because we got to figure out a better way. There is a better way, and it doesn't involve punching the clock for nobody. We need to pray to the Most High, okay? Meditate, sing psalms, and fast. Dedicate a little bit of time each day to clear your mind, to meditate, to call on the Most High. Read those songs, those psalms, chant those psalms. Do your psalm magic, because that's what it is. When you sing psalms to the Most High right out of the Old Testament, somehow they're going to tell you that that's wicked because I'm calling it magic. It's not. You're supposed to be able to do divination. And the fact that you don't do divination, the fact that you lost your ability, even your knowledge that you used to be able to do that, lets you know we haven't came all the way out of the darkness yet. Micah chapter 3, verse 6. Go give it a look sometimes, Hebrew. We got to stop playing these games, y'all. We are not just meant to work, work, work until we fall in the grave. And then that's it. You're going to pass through this life and you're never going to have lived not even once, because all of your time is spent at a 9 to 5 plantation. Consider what I'm saying, Hebrew, and consider looking for another way out. like starting your own side hustle, starting your own business, maybe starting a YouTube channel. But whatever you do, you need to figure out a way to get money on your own. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Most High willing, we'll see you tomorrow on the live. I'm out.